Defenders episode 6 is so slow. How slow is it? It's so slow, at various points I actually felt like I should take a nap. Now before you make a judgment of that statement, there is some irony to that statement. In that, it wasn't the sort of feeling where I felt like I should take a nap because it was bored. I wasn't bored, it wasn't boring, really. It was the sort of feeling where I feel I should take a nap, like when I'm watching a movie I've seen roughly 700,000 times, and I feel very, very comfortable with the movie. There's some comfortable element to the movie in some way. And, it's like I fall asleep to it, but I don't feel bad that I fell asleep to it, So that's weird. I didn't fall asleep watching this, for the record. I just felt like maybe I should. Which, I'm not sure if that was the feeling they were going for, but like I said, it wasn't because I was necessarily upset about it, or it wasn't because I was bored, it was just really, really, slow. Some things did happen, once you got into the last fourth of the episode or so, things actually really started to happen. And to be fair, earlier in the episode when things weren't happening, there were more scenes, kind of like the last episode, with a lot of talking, a lot of dialogue. But this time, unlike last episode, I felt more like it was more character development. I really felt better about it. I felt closer to the characters. I felt like it was really settling in. Maybe too much because it was too comfortable, but I did feel good about those conversations where previously I was a little, 50-50 on those conversations. So it's hard to judge it exactly based on that because it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. They made some decisions in the episode that I thought were good decisions moving forward, which is important to do with only 2 episodes left. So I feel good about it. I feel closer to all the characters, again. I feel good about Daredevil, about Jessica Jones. There was a great, without going into what it was or anything, there was a great scene of dialogue between Danny Rand and Luke Cage, so that's good. You got to keep developing their relationship as friends and heroes for hire. So that was good. The conversation they had nothing to do with Heroes for Hire. I just threw that in there, but that's not really. So no. It was just So it was good. It was good. It was very character building, character development. There were a lot of scenes like that. It was just so. It wasn't what I would have expected from an episode 6 at this point of this. It's like every 2 episodes they take an episode to just rest or something, to a certain extent. At least for most of the episode, until something happens at the end. So which goes back to kind of what I was saying earlier in the day, is like the pacing of the series is very strange. It's very strange pacing. It's like you're in a car with like your dad or your mom or your uncle or your aunt or whatever, and there's like a kind of a traffic jam, but they like go to another lane and they're like, yeah, we're gonna make it, and then they make it like 20 feet and you're like, oh, now we're stopped again. That's kind of what the pacing of the series is like. It's a little bit like, a lot of starting and stopping, a lot of like, yeah, and we're stuck. We're just stuck here for 15, 20 minutes, and then yeah, woo, and then we're just stuck all over again. That's what it's like. It's a lot of that kind of sensation. So it's very odd pacing, and maybe not entirely what I would want it to be, but it's not bad. It's good. I'm interested, and I'm still interested to see what happens next. Ultimately, it'll be interesting. At this point, all that's left is to watch episodes 7 and 8 and see what happens. See if it goes one way or the other. I said last episode it could go one way or the other. It hasn't really gone one way or the other yet. It's still kind of, straight line pretty good. You know, so I'll watch episode 7. We'll see if it gets better. Has potential to.